Today in our class we will discuss a new chapter, that is the determinations of locations of a place on Earth's surface. Okay, so we will first discuss the determinations of locations of a place on the Earth's surface. You know, the Earth's surface is spheres, right? And there are so many towns, cities, forest, a port, airport, all of these are here. But when we identify the proper locations, for this we need the help of the line of the globes which is drawn on the globe or in the map. So there are the several lines which is drawn on a globe or a map. With the help of those lines, we can locate a place on the globe as well as on the Earth's surface. Okay, so on a globe or on a map, we see that some lines are drawn from east to west and some other lines are drawn from north to south. The line which are drawn from the east to west are called latitudes, and the line which are drawn from north to south is called longitude. They intersect each other and form a grid shape. That is known as grid. Square shaped, that is known as grid, and the point of the intersections of the line of latitude and the line of longitude determine the locations of a place on the Earth's surface. As an example, you can say the point of intersecting of 22 degree 34 minute north latitude and 88 degree 24 minute east longitude determine the locations of Kolkata. Okay. Latitudes and parallels of latitudes. A globe is a model of Earth, and it is like a ball fixed on a stand. The northern end of the globe represents North Pole, and the southern end of the globe is represent South Pole. The 2 points are fixed and definite on the Earth's surface. With this reference, these 2 definite points, that the several imaginary lines are drawn on a globes, like Earth axis. The imaginary line which join the 2 poles, means North Poles and South Poles, through the center of the Earth is called Earth axis. Okay, the Earth rotates around on its own axis. Equator. The equator usually refers to an imaginary line or imaginary circles on the Earth's surface lying at the equidistance from the 2 poles. From the 2 poles, the distance of the equator is equal. Okay, and the plane of these circles is perpendicular to the Earth axis of rotations. And this line, this equator, divided the Earth's surface into the 2 equal halves. That is known as hemisphere. The northern part is known as northern hemisphere and the southern part is known as southern hemisphere. Okay, parallels of latitude. There are the total Earth surface is 360 degree at its center, and if we consider a line from north to pole to pole, north pole to south pole along the surface of the globe, it will only have a circle or 180 degree. So from pole to pole we can draw 180 circles around the globe at 1 degree interval. From 0 to northern hemisphere, North Pole is 90 and 0 to South Pole 90. So total 180 degree we can draw the circles. Okay, these are known as the parallels of latitude. Okay. Determinations of latitude. To measure north-south distance of a place, we need the latitudes. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude, so there are 90 degree parallels of latitude on either side of the equator of 1 degree interval. It can be noticed on the globe that the equator is the largest circle and it is drawn at the middle of the globe, so that's why it is also known as the Great Circle. Okay, and the other circles become smaller and smaller, the Earth, when it is away from the equator. The poles, as we know, that is the only point, 2 point. Okay, and the North Pole is a 90 degree, that is a point, and South Pole is a 90 degree south, that is also a point. From the center of the Earth we can draw angles, say at 10 degree intervals, as on the figure. Okay, so what is latitude? Latitude is the angular distance of a place from the equator as measured at the center of the Earth. Okay. Latitudes are measured in degrees. The distance between 2 degrees of latitudes is 111. How we calculate this distance? So you know there is a 360 degree inner circles of the earth, and the earth's circumference is 40,000 degree. So a degree of latitudes is equal to about 40,000 divided by 360 equal to 111 kilometer. And an instrument called sextant is used for measure the latitude of a place, and the distance from the equator to the north pole or south pole is 1/4 of a circle. That means 360 divided by 4 equals to 90 degree. So the equator to north pole, there are 90 numbers of latitude at 1 degree interval. So therefore the total numbers of latitude in degree, 90 degree north plus 90 degree south plus 1 degree equator. So there is a 181 latitudes, but the two poles, 90 degree north pole and 90 degree south pole is a two mere point. So you have to minus 2 from 181. So there is a 179 total latitudes are there, and all latitudes in the northern hemispheres are marked as A's, and all latitudes of the southern hemisphere marked as A's. Okay. Now we will discuss about the properties of the parallels of latitudes. The parallels of the latitude represents north-south positions of a place from equator. Number 2, parallels of latitudes are parallel to the equator to each other. Number 3, all parallels of latitudes are Euler's circles. Only the equator is the greatest circle. Number 4, as the circumference of the parallels decrease, the magnitude of latitude will be increased. Number 5, at the poles, the latitudes are mere point. Number 6, the different places of a parallels of latitudes are situated east or west of one another. And next one, all places of a particular parallel of latitude in either hemisphere have the same degree of latitude. All places on the same parallels of latitude may not have the same times of sunrise, noon or sunset. The distance between two parallels having 1 degree different is not always same. It is more in the polar region because of the flattening. And the highest possible latitude is 90 degree. Now we will discuss about the important parallels of latitude. You know there is a 90 degree latitudes from the equator to the north pole in the northern hemisphere. They are known as north latitudes, and the 90 degree in the southern hemispheres, they are known as the south latitude. So first we will discuss about the equator. Equator is an imaginary line drawn at the equal distance from the both of the poles, and it encircles the earth midway between the north pole and south pole, and it divided the earth into the two almost equal halves or hemisphere, that is called northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Its latitude is 0 degree, and it is also called the great circle. And the sun exists on the equator on equinox at noon. That next one is the important parallels of latitude is Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north. It lies horizontally at 23.5 degree north of the equator in the northern hemisphere, and it is an imaginary circle smaller than the equator. But at June solstice, that means summer solstice, 21st June, the sun is overrated on the Tropic of Cancer. Okay. Tropic of Capricorn, that is 23.5 degrees south. It is lies to the south of the equator, and it is smaller in the length than the equator, and it encircles the earth horizontally in the southern hemisphere. And in the winter solstice, that means 22nd December, the subsolar point lies on this latitude, and beyond which the sun never reaches overrated the southern hemisphere. Next one is Arctic Circle, that is 66.5 degree north. It is lies at the north of the equator, and it is the circle encircles the earth, that is much smaller than the equator. And when it on 21st June during the summer solstice, the Arctic Circle receives only transitional rays of the sun, and the entire area beyond the Arctic circles up to North Pole has 24-hour daylight during this time. Okay. Next one is Antarctic circles. It is lies at 66.5 degrees south of the equator. It is a circle and encircles the Earth in and smaller than the equator. During the winter solstice on 22nd December, the Antarctic circle receives the transitional rays of the sun and daylight throughout the day's 24-hour day. Antarctic circles getting the sunlight on this day. And next one is North Pole, that is 90 degree. It is smallest parallel of the latitude in the northern hemisphere. It is only a point, and the shadow circles touches the North Pole only on the equinox, that means in March or in September. Next one is South Pole, that is 90 degree south, and it is also a smallest parallel of the latitude in the southern hemisphere, and it is in the form of the point, and the shadow circles touches this pole only during the equinox, that means in March and in September. Okay. Now we will discuss about the uses of parallels of latitudes. Okay. First, with the help of this parallel of latitude, we can locate a place on the north or the south of the equator. Okay. Next one is we can easily measure the distance of a place from the equator with the help of the latitude. Next one is climate. With the help of this parallels of latitude, we can easily identify the climate of a place. And heat zone of the earth, on the varies of the sun ray fall, there is a 3 type of heat zone located here. Like first is the torrid zone, that is located 0 to 23.5 degree north and south in the both hemisphere, that is known as torrid zone. Here the sun ray fall vertically over the equator. Okay, next one is temperate zone, that is located from the 23.5 degree north and south latitude to 6.5 degree north and south latitude. Okay, these regions known as temperate regions, because these two regions, either hemisphere, have the moderate temperature. And the last one is frigid zone, that is located 66.5 degree north and south hemisphere to 90 degree north and south hemisphere. Okay, and here this fall only receive the transitional rays of the sun, and that's why it is extremely cold or the low temperature. So this regions is known as frigid zone. Okay, so this is all about the latitudes, parallels of latitudes. Okay, in our next class we will discuss parallels of longitudes. Okay.